I grew up in Boyle Heights, the capital of East Los Angeles. What's up, fool? And I got jumped into a gang. I didn't really want to get jumped into a gang, but I was hanging around with them too much. So one day they asked me, so what's up, Batman? You want to get jumped in? And they punched me and I got jumped in. They chose Batman because I wear Batman shirts every day. And, you know, we're little gangster guys, you know. My friend Donald and my friend Bobo, you know, they say, hey, Batman, you want to smoke some PCP? I said, fuck it, why not? So we're smoking PCP at the drive-in theater. And there was this guy there who was like, came out of prison, and he said, I heard they call you Batman. I said, yeah, well, some people do. Well, I'm the real Batman. So he ended up punching me in the face right away. And I was on PCP, so I don't know if he punched me or his friend. Because I was looking at two people, you know. So he starts punching me more in the face, the other eye, busted lip. And nobody's helping me. Like, they were just saying stuff like, man, could this be the end of the Dark Knight? He is strangling me now. Like, I can't breathe. He's like strangling me. So I don't know what to do. So I ended up biting half his ear off. Before Tyson, he hacked me. I don't remember this part because I blanked out, of course, because of the PCP and the alcohol. But my friends told me that I ended up taking my belt off and started whipping him also in the streets. So he had like a Hecho en Mexico on his forehead. He ends up going to the hospital, and he didn't press charges, you know, because he's not a rat. You know, he's a hardcore guy, and I was scared now because if he's not pressing charges, that means he wants to kill me. So me, out of paranoia, I got hooked on crack. I mean, I got hooked on crack. I was walking around the neighborhood like Jeff Dunham with no puppets. Tweaking hard. So I'm scared, you know. My mom is scared because she knows that they're after me. So my mom is praying, and this priest comes to my house, Father Greg Boyle from Homeboy Industries. He tells me that you're walking around with a loaded pistol. And then he goes, who told you that? Well, you've been telling everyone in the neighborhood that you have a loaded pistol. So I give him the loaded pistol, and he puts me in rehab. But I don't want to go to rehab because I feel like I'm pussing out, you know, like rehab. And I have a black eye from the fight. You know, I'm all messed up. I'm a loser, what I am. I didn't immediate them. I'm a fucking loser. And this real nice guy, I'll never forget his name, from the Valley, this Irish guy named Tim. He comes up to me one day, he goes, Felipe, what did you ever want to be in your life? And I said, before a crackhead, I wanted to be a comedian. I wanted to be a comedian. And he goes, why don't you write that down? He said, write down 5 things that you want to accomplish in life. And nobody's ever told me that, like 5 things to accomplish in life. Nobody has told me. I never thought I would live this long to be here at Cheetahs and not being kicked out. And so I wrote down, I want to be a comedian. And the second thing was, I want to be happy. And the third one was, because I love Olive Garden, I want to go to Italy. And 4 and 5, I didn't write shit because I couldn't think of anything else, man. So I graduate out of rehab, you know, my first time graduating. I got a 1-year diploma for being sober. I come back home, and who do I see? Half-ear. I wanted to tell him I'm sorry, you know? And I remember he came up to me and, fuck, man. He wanted to fight. He said, I'm gonna kill you. And he started running in front of my mom and dad, man. Like, and I turned the other cheek, like I didn't fight. I just gave him my back, and he kicked the Bible off my hand. You know, like, you're not a fucking Christian. And I was like, oh, I held it in, you know, not to do nothing to him. And then I ran inside the house, and I was crying. I said, man, everybody's gonna think I'm a big pussy. I took my shirt off, threw my Bible in the air, and I ran outside, and my dad clotheslined me. What are you doing? Don't you want to be a comedian? And I said, oh, yeah, I do. So I went back inside, and I didn't do nothing. And I'm proud of that because I probably would have killed him. And if you're alive and you're watching this, I hope your life turned out great. Mine did okay. I'm very sorry. Thank you very much.